Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel today, and we are back for another theory video on The Walking Dead Season 3 / A New Frontier Episode 5 from the Gallows. And today we're going to be discussing a couple things here today, as we've gotten some news, our first little snippets of news on From the Gallows, other than just my theories, is today we've gotten, yesterday we got a tweet from Telltale themselves, which was kind of hitting us on the Episode 5 news is coming soon, as well as a tweet from Job J, which I talked about the other day in the other video, and I'm going to go more in depth on that today. So first, let us go through the tweet from Job J. This was actually something I was very interested in looking at, and I didn't expect this to come so soon, but I think we're going to be getting some news on the episode, I think next week, some kind of news, but you guys are going to like this. This was about 3 days ago from when I'm making this video, so really honestly I expect news to come out next week on it, but I'm linking you the tweet right here, and here it is. Job J says, played The Walking Dead A New Frontier finale, Bloodshed and Heartbreak. Whose blood will spill? Which hearts will be broken on your shoulders? So my theory video today here is basically on this tweet and this image I'm going to show you here later in the video. But I want to explain what will be this bloodshed and heartbreak that we're going to endure, and whose blood will spill and which hearts will be broken on your shoulders. So it seems like, based on this tweet, we're going to start here. Guys, if we can go for 200 likes, that'd be awesome. But let's start in this theory here. Heartbreak and bloodshed. It looks like these choices in episode 5 are going to be more impactful than I think they've been in other episodes. I think episode 4 could have some very interesting choices with either saving Ava or Trip, or Joan or Clint. You don't know, man. There's obviously options here, but this only hints to a couple things. It's gonna be, we're gonna lose people in this episode. I mean, it's episode 5. We know that from season 1. We knew we basically lost everyone, even Lee. And then season 2, having the choice between Kenny and Jane, and then basically ending up either by yourself with AJ, being with Jane, or being with Kenny. We knew everyone around us died. We had Luke that died. Luke was a really solid major character, I thought, and I thought he would have been able to survive longer. Then we had the betrayal of Mike, Bonnie, and Arvo, and they were all gone. And before you know it, it was just insane. In season 1, you had potentially Ben dying, you had Krista and Omid going away, and Kenny either saving Ben and then getting out very luckily, or saving Krista and getting out very luckily. So we know in this episode it's probably going to be only a couple characters are going to end up with us in the ending, whether they all die or all disappear or something. We know we're not going to have this same group at the end of the episode, but this heartbreak. Let's start with the bloodshed part. We know at the end of episode 4, with Kate and the truck, that they broke through the barrier and the explosion happened, and all the walkers are coming in. So I see there's 3 different factions in this. There's our group, which is obviously Javier's. There's the New Frontier remaining, which is over the leader Joan or Clint, and the New Frontier soldiers. And then you've also got the walkers, because now that the barrier has exploded, we walked in the barrier, the gasoline tank exploded, there's an opening, and now all the walkers are in the city, and all the New Frontier citizens are running. So this is very interesting. This bloodshed, I believe there's going to be a full-out battle here. I don't know if it's going to be for control of the city, or if we're trying to get, I think our goal is going to be, Kate's going to want to probably get out if she ends up surviving, because her whole emphasis has been getting out. But what if there's another option where we're going to have to save some character in trouble? Because remember, David split off from the group and went after either Joan or Clint, so he's not with us. And we also got either Trip could be with us if we kept him alive, or if we end up saving Ava by picking Trip. Ava is going off with David, so they're both gone. We still got Eleanor. I don't remember where she had went. She probably ran or something. But she's now a betrayer, so now whatever are going to be our opinions of her, she's definitely not in a lot of people's happy sides. I don't think she's going to be a part of the bloodshed and heartbreak. But her betraying is definitely not good. And then Gabe, depending on if you sent Gabe to go with David or you told him to stay with you, I think Gabe's just going to be near you if you want him to stay, or if not, went over there. But the bloodshed is definitely going to be this Richmond being like with these 3 different factions, or 3 different subsidiaries of enemies. We're definitely going to have some kind of major conflict here, no matter what. And I think our goal is going to be getting out of Richmond, or at least taking over Richmond. I don't think we're going to be taking over Iron Fist, but maybe bring some order to it. But I don't think we're going to be able to stay. I think we're going to this McCarroll Ranch or somewhere different. Depends. there are the multiple endings, though. But the heartbreak part really hurts me. I told you in that death predictions video, I'll link that down below in the description. I told you we could lose people, very close people. We could lose AJ if we end up running into him. We could lose Javier. We could lose Clementine. Clementine's really the thing that would heartbreak anybody. Or David or Kate. We could lose them as well. Obviously, we've already either lost Trip or Ava. They're probably going to end up dying. Conrad, triple determinant character. If Conrad ends up staying alive for another episode, that'd be nuts. But, I mean, I cannot see Conrad making it again. But the heartbreak's probably going to lie between that Major Garcia family and Clementine and AJ. I know not all of them are making it. I'm telling you, a couple of them are going to die or disappear or something. But, you know, we don't know. I'm definitely, like I said in that death prediction video, I kind of explained what I think, but we could easily put that in that video now, is that I can see a major character like Clementine, AJ, or Javier dying. And we also got other major characters, not as I say major, but we've got David, Kate, Gabe, and then that would probably be it for now. But whose blood will spill? It looks like they're basically telling us we're going to have the decision of who dies. Does this mean, like I said in the other video, are we going to have a bunch of determinate characters, or are we going to have a bunch of options to save people or not? And which hearts will be broken? Does that mean major characters here are going to think differently based on the choices? What if there's a bunch of determinate choices? This can hint us that there could be a lot of choices like, you know, save David or save Kate, save Gabe or save David, you know, save Trip or save Conrad. What if, I mean, there's tons of options here that we could have. Save yourself or save Clementine. What if there was something like that? Oh my goodness, you couldn't imagine the feels train, dude. But, you know, this tweet it's given us so much. And then it says, all on your shoulders. And this basically, coming back to what I just said, I believe Javier in the present here is going to have a ton of choices that are going to impact who lives and who dies. I told you this. I always had hinted that I think this is going to happen. In other videos, I talk about even Kate's death video, whether I think she was going to survive or not. I said at the end, I think that she's going to survive, and there's going to be a choice between her and David. Because they've hinted at this relationship conflict between Javier and David. And I believe David might lose his shit, or at least they might both be on the line for death, and I believe Javier is going to have to make a decision. Or, what if Telltale flipped it, and we were able to play as Clem in the present, and Clem had to pick between Javier and someone else? I mean, there's multiple chances. I'm telling you, the choices in this episode, based on this tweet, hopefully this isn't a troll tweet, I believe it isn't, but he says our choices here are going to be very impactful on who lives and who dies, who hearts will be broken, basically probably us, the audience, and who will die, basically, on the blood being spilled. So, I'm thinking it's going to be something with Clem or AJ or Javier, but everyone's very nervous about who's going to die. Because remember, Clementine is not the main character here, so I'm very nervous on what's going to happen. But basically, this tweet's going to give us something that we're going to probably have some news next week or the week after, and I expect a trailer in a week or two, and then maybe the episode drops on the 30th of the first week of June. Alright, then our other tweet here, I'm going to show you guys this right now, is we've got a tweet from Telltale themselves they posted the other day, which I'm actually very anxious to look at. What they had said in this tweet was very interesting, and I think you guys will like it. As it is kind of our first image of Episode 5. I don't know if this image is going to be directly from Episode 5, but I heard this is pretty much from Episode 5. Telltale here tweeted a image, it looks like, of the city. It looks like we're in a building here. I think it's Richmond. But here's the tweet. They said here, a cozy living space in Richmond. Actually, from when they posted this was 22 hours. They said, cozy living space in Richmond, just you know, don't mind the walkers outside. So this is basically the hint that I think we're going to be coming, obviously after the ending of Episode 4, we're going to be going into this, looks like this house, or whatever. This might be Eleanor's room. People had hinted at that. I think it is Eleanor's room or some New Frontier base, because we actually haven't been in this room before. But after that, Kate getting with the barrier and stuff and the explosion of the Tasking Team, all the walkers coming in, the city's now infested with walkers. We know that. So now I think we're going to probably in the first 10 to 15 minutes, we'll end up probably being in this room, either helping an injured, wounded Kate, or saying our final words, or something like that. I know I think we're going to be able to get, I think this almost can give us a hint that I think we're going to be able to get Kate out, and then we're going to bring her to this house in Richmond. I think that's what's going to happen, but who knows? This could just be maybe a talking point where, like, we plan where the hell we're going to get out of here. But it basically is our first image of episode 5, and I'm very interested to look at it. But what do you guys think is going to happen with, obviously, this tweet of heartbreak, and your choices might actually make a difference in this, or the option of whose hearts will be broken? But I mean, he put the sad emoji on it, and I believe, again, not everyone's going to make it, we know that, but I think some major characters are going down, some very, very major. And I could even say Clementine has a good chance. I'm going to say a 20% chance, but I'm telling you, if they want to make it emotional, they're going to kill someone really close, whether that be AJ, Javier, or Clem. I think those are the 3 most important characters. So I could see one of them dying in this episode in some crazy turn of events, but we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Dom the Bomb here, signing out. If you guys want a link to the tweet, I'll link them down below in the description. Guys, please leave me your theories on what you think this tweet means from Job J and this picture we got. I definitely think we're going to be very, very, very fortunate here if we're going to get a trailer next week or some information. I believe we're going to get something next week, but I'm very interested. If you guys missed any theories, check the card in the top right. We can go for 200 likes again. Thank you guys again for watching. Please leave your theories on what you think this picture and tweet will give us for episode 5 from the Gallows. But thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you all next episode. Peace out.